Hello. I'd like you to meet a couple of my spooky friends here. The one here is a Balinese monkey mask. This one is me. And this one is also from Bali, although I'm not quite sure what his name is. They're very handsome, decorative objects. And I thought today we might make a mask, show you how to do it. The masks have always fulfilled a very important role in our society, or in primitive societies as well. They've stood for, symbolised people's position, or they've been used to frighten people, and the shamans and the witch doctors have worn them to frighten the tribes out of folk. And I think that clothes have a certain kind of similar role in our own society. And if you don't believe me, perhaps you might think about going to see your bank manager or your doctor and finding them dressed as hell's angels, because all those symbols and those chains and all those kinds of things and special picap are all meant to symbolise a certain way of life, a certain approach. And I think masks used to do the same thing. But apart from all that, let's begin with the kinds of materials that we'll need to do this today. We might need some crepe paper. That's handy to have around about the place. Some cardboard. You'll need these coloured papers. They could be gift wrapping papers left over from Christmas or anything like that. A pair of scissors, something to fasten with. Now that's not absolutely essential, but if you've got one of those, that's useful. Glue will do the same job. Paste, something to mark with, and we'll be in business. Now, in fact, I want you to remember that just about anything you can lay your hands on in the house that you think would fit onto a mask somehow or other, you can use, and make it, you know, an interesting kind of creative job that you can all do, and maybe involve the, pardon me, the children as well, and everyone get involved in it. Right, to start with the paper, pardon me. Right, eyes, features on the face. If I were to put these features on this mask like so, and I put a nose down and a mouth down and hold that up, I'd maintain that that is a boring looking mask, because those features are just plopped onto that paper. There's a better way of doing it. So we're going to cut some of this paper up and put it on that mask to make it look more interesting. That's the idea. I'm going to take a piece of this coloured paper, fold it in half like this, and I'm going to cut a shape out that will represent both the nose and a part of the mask. And I've folded the paper in half, made a symmetrical cut like so, and you can see where that would fit. Now I'm going to put some paste on that to secure it. I'm going to do this carefully and quietly over the whole thing, and we'll place this now onto that piece of cardboard in the centre like this. Okay. Now that provides an area of colour right over the whole thing that holds the mask together. Holds the mask together. And we'll put the features on top of that. I'll use another colour at the bottom. Do the same thing. And this way we're covering that area pretty quickly and making it rather more interesting than if we were just to leave the cardboard one colour only. Again, I'll paste this down. And I'll put that there like so. Now I need some eyes for this, so I'll cut the eyes out of a nice bright colour. Something that will contrast strongly with the black. And I'll attach this. Some glue that won't come out. There we go. So far so good. And now we've got that done. Now perhaps a mouth, which I'll cut out of a contrasting paper again. I'll give it some teeth, make it look a little grim. I think the grimmer the better for masks myself. All these shapes can be any kind of shape you like and make them up, because that's the creative part of it. You're making the mask, you can design your own. It doesn't have to look like anything you've ever seen before. Well, let us say that we've just about got that sorted out. We might add some marks with a pen, felt nib pen or something. to decorate it up. And you can make this much more elaborate yourselves. And having arrived at a kind of a mask design on the front of it, we're going to convert this into 3 dimensions. Now, if you watch this carefully, I'll make 2 slots in the card at the top with the scissors. Now I'm going to bend that over like so and seal it, fasten it. I'll do it with this machine because it's quickest. And I'll do the same thing with the other flap there and secure it. Now you can see there that that's created a 3-dimensional shape where there was only a 2-dimensional shape before. I'll make a slot at the bottom here and we'll fold the bottom over like the same way. Now this could be glued or you could use tape. You don't necessarily have to use one of these fastening machines here, but a tape would do it just fine. We've now made the mask 3-dimensional. I can trim bits off this around here and that will bring the mask to its proper sort of mask-like shape. So now we've converted that into a mask, like very efficiently into a mask shape. Let's use a piece of this coloured paper here and attach it to make a kind of a coloured beard, such as we had on the Balinese mask. And that'll make quite a decorative affair as well. Now on that mask you can use all kinds of things. You can use pieces of, this for example is a hot cup that one might have around the house, or a paper plate, or it could be a toothpaste tube, or just about anything, wool, whatever you can find around the house, put it on, see what you can make of it. I've got one here which I finished. I'd just like to show you before we go. And you can see that I've used hot cups for the eyes here, and I've added pieces to it, made a big bold mouth and dangled down these pieces of crepe. I think they look pretty decorative hanging on the wall, or if not, you can wander around the neighbourhood and frighten your neighbours. Well, that's all for now, and if you want plans on how to make these, please write to us at P.O. Box 2606 Christchurch. Remember, make and do, P.O. Box 2606 Christchurch, and we'll send you the plans. Well, it's been nice being with you, and goodbye for now.